As you hit a different milestone in your journey, your mindset should be able to accommodate the changes that comes with it. And that's a challenge I'm ready to figure out. I would love to meet, Faith Omobude, who has been able to use Creative Fee Agency to transform businesses and startups into the next big thing. And it's a challenge I'm willing to accept any day, anytime. But the thing is, I need to acquire a number of skills in order to get that done.
We're living in a world that is super intense, sometimes crazy, and always challenging and always unpredictable. This podcast is simple. Every Thursday, I'll be sharing my personal experiences with you as a student entrepreneur, juggling academics, my personal life, building creativity, and other brands and companies in between. On this same podcast, I'll be sharing the lessons I've learned and also insights on what it's like behind the scene and the deep dark thoughts no one else will share with you. This is not scripted and this is often on top of my head. This is Rebuild and Evolve.
I got a question a few days back on what it's like to pursue growth. Right? We all want to grow as individuals, or what is necessary for us to attain growth. Now, I believe that for us to achieve growth rather, we need to overcome some certain level of obstacles, which is something that I would like to address on a personal, like from a personal standpoint, like from my own personal perspective. Now, I came to understand that you have to build a vision. If you have to build a vision, rather, you need to make sure that it is compelling enough that others can also fit their vision inside of it. I only see that I have to be different in every phase of my life. Now, this is a sign of growth, the changes that comes with growth. Now, if I'm able to hit four figures in dollars this way, I have to be a whole different kind of person in order to hit five or more figures, and that's a sign of growth. I've heard Bishop David Oyedepo say life is in stages and men are in sizes. As you hit a different milestone in your journey, your mindset should be able to accommodate the changes that come with it. And that's a challenge that I'm ready to figure out. I would love to meet, Faith Omobude, who has been able to use Creative Agency to transform businesses and startups into the next big thing. And it's a challenge I'm willing to accept any day, anytime. But I have to acquire a number of skills in order to get that done. And I will be like, how did I do that? What did I have to go through? What kind of person did I have to become? Or what beliefs did I have to break in order to get there? And for me, it's about setting a goal so big that I am forced to change and evolve in a positive way as a human in order to get there. And, other people within this vision also have to do the same. I've come to enjoy proving to myself that I am tough. I love challenges, and this is one of the core reasons why I love what I do. I talked about balance in episode one, and I said balance to me is about loving the things I do, right? So dedicating time for it becomes easy. Now, in trying to dedicate time, which is the major challenge that I actually experience, having to dedicate time to the things I love. Because most of us will actually agree that 24 hours in a day is no longer enough. I can actually spend 3 to 4 hours talking to people, learning and sharing my perspective around certain things that I actually care about. Now, this is me connecting with people, and I cannot always be opportuned because time is an essential commodity. In breaking the barrier, I do that via the podcast. And when I do get to talk to people, I get fresh ideas and learn about different perspectives, that contradicts my ideology on various topics. And it's actually an exciting experience. I ventured into marketing because I wanted to understand human psychology. See, I don't choose things because I love it. I choose things because it actually makes sense. Right now, that is the number one rule in business. Think logically. Yeah, right. In order to get to a certain level of success, you need to go through discomfort. Do we love it? No. But does it make sense? Of course. Now, this is why I actually emphasized on the fact that you don't need to choose things because you love them. You actually need to do that because it makes sense. See, no matter how much I love pounded yam, I can't eat it every day. That's me taking a healthy decision. I can't always consume carbs every single day. It has its defects, right? So currently, I started this routine every morning where I say to myself, I'm going to have a great day, right? I look through the courses that I offer and the grades I want to achieve in those courses, pasted on my wall. I check the staff portal for a company I'm working for. I read 10 minutes daily and journal fresh ideas, all contents for the week that needs to go on my socials are already batched and stocked away to be posted. And I get my day started. The question here is, how early do I wake up? Don't ask. Don't ask, really. See, the real deal here is I see myself as a business. So I have to set high goals because there is external circumstances that is forcing the internal change. When I begin to act it, in within me, I'm beginning to believe it. You say you need to act who you want to be, who you see yourself in the next 10 to 15 years. You need to start creating the habits to make you 1% better every day, which is something I would love to talk about. How you can be better than the 99% of people out there trying to make it work, right? It starts with creating actionable steps. You need to get started. Start with something small. Start with something within your means, right? You set the high goals, but you need to create actionable steps in order to achieve them. And in the midst of that, focusing on a direction at which you need to achieve them is a strategy put in place to ensure that you achieve that particular goal. In order to make this successful, to make the external successful, which is you being a business, you have to be a different person. With growth comes challenges. You need to get your mind ready, process things, think logically, like I said earlier. I actually like that constant challenge that I need to set high goals for myself. And I think over time it shifts. It actually shifts. And it's actually a very, very nice thing. I don't choose things because of I love it. I choose things because it actually makes sense. Cause of discomfort is not healthy. Yeah, we don't like feeling uncomfortable in certain situations. We don't like to process bad news. I think I talked about that in my last um 2 episodes. And these are hardships that you need to experience, right? You need to learn to overcome these challenges. Take points from today's podcast is that no matter what the situation is, don't choose things because you love them. Choose things because it actually makes sense, right? Learn to get different perspective on topics that interest you, right? People see things in different ways. Now, in your judgment, think logically. Learn to process things logically. If you are aiming to be successful, you need to be different. You need to love change. You need to adapt to change. Change is constant. We all change. We grow older every single day as the time ticks. Right? 1 minute you are 18, the next minute you are 35. So, but you need to live through these times, experience life to its fullest, learn to consume books, learn to listen to podcasts, learn to watch videos because it's actually what would help you get to the level of success you want to achieve in life. And also, last thing I would love to add, you need to be able to accommodate changes that comes with growth. Accommodate them. you're learning, you're processing things. Get a book, write it down. The changes that you experience is your journey. These are the take points from your level of growth. You're earning this, you know that you have to do better. So you have to gather level of skills. And this is something that I'm putting in place for Creative Faye and other brands that I hope to work with or I'm working with currently. Right. So change is constant. The world is evolving. You need to evolve with it. Use it to your advantage. So if you're a business owner, you're a student, the best time to live is now. Get informed with things around you. See yourself to be different from the rest. How can you be 1% better? You need to see that you are different from the 99% of people out there. You are unique, you are special in your own way. You need to do things that you would never do on a norms, even if you were begged to do. But you know that in the midst of the discomfort, it will make sense. In trying to get to an end goal, you need to embrace discomfort. Discomfort is a good thing. Finding your calm within the chaos, it's a good thing. Embrace uncertainties. Uncertainties is a part of the human nature. You can't escape it. You don't know what's the next thing that's going to, like, you don't know the next thing that's going to happen. Such is life. But you just need to embrace it. And when discomfort comes in, you just take time, step back and think of your next step before you continue. That's the only way you can be able to stay ahead of 99% of people out there in you being 1% better every single day. And that's all for today's episode, right? And do well to like, comment, and drop a review. I look forward to hearing from you. See you on the next one.